This is Marvel Universe Greatest Battles Comic Pack, Wolverine and Silver Samurai. Part of Wave 2 of the 2011 Greatest Battle Packs, Wave 3 overall. I love this set. It is amazing. Silver Samurai is just, he's an amazing, phenomenal figure. I wasn't gonna get this at first. I saw it in stores and I kind of passed because I went for the Daredevil Taskmaster instead, which I'm sure a lot of people did. But I was watching another video reviewer, FX Franz, one of his review on this, and he gave me a closer look at Silver Samurai, and I just had to get it, and I'm so glad I did. He is an amazing figure, and Wolverine's a good one too. You can probably find this in stores right now. Almost everywhere I go, they have at least a couple of them, or have had a couple of them at some point. I don't think they'll be that hard to find. Anyway, I'll go into him in a second. Let's look at the packaging first. I'm a big fan of the 2-pack MU packaging. Looks really cool. Great picture right there. And on the back, got their figures in really stellar poses. And that's a couple of. This is the other one in the wave, Deadpool Taskmaster, which is a really nice set. I really like that set too. And it comes with a comic, of course. It's not actually this Wolverine comic. It's a more modern one, where Wolverine and the Silver Samurai battle a little bit in this, but not much. Not like their original battle. I mean, these guys are definitely enemies. Silver Samurai has an intense hatred for Logan, and he wants to kill him really badly. It has something to do with a girl, I think, in Japan. I don't remember their story exactly, but it's on. They have it in an episode of Wolverine and the X-Men, and it's just a phenomenal episode. Silver Samurai was in the original X-Men animated series, but it's just, I really like the cartoon. I really do, but sometimes they just didn't encapsulate what the characters are about. Here's Wolverine and the X-Men. It's the 2008 TV cartoon, TV program. It's really good. It only had one season, and sadly it's canceled, but I mean, it is a great show. The animation is awesome, and the stories are good. You know, there's story arcs throughout the 3-episode story arcs. There's a huge story arc going out through the entire season, and the sheer amount of different mutants and characters from Marvel in that episode it's just phenomenal. Anyway, all right, let's finally get on to the figures. We will start with Silver Samurai because he is just amazing. He's just a stellar figure. He comes with 2 katana, I guess a regular one, and I'm not sure if they're called katana for samurais. I think it's the same sword, I'm not sure. It's got that longer one and then a little shorter one. The shorter one is really short. I was kind of hoping it would be, maybe like 3/4 of the length of katana, but man, it's teeny. And these were really bent when I got them out of the packaging. I mean, even this other one that I have, these ones are bent. I've seen almost all of them bent. So keep an eye out for that. I mean, you can fix it pretty easily. And I will eventually put a video up on how to do that. Hopefully I'll do it soon. So I mean, this figure, he's amazing. He's accurate to what he looks like. I really like Silver Samurai. He has the ability to produce tachyon fields, and he puts it around his sword and like supercharges his sword, and it can cut through anything, except adamantium, of course. So Wolverine's definitely a match for him. So yeah, anyway, let's get on to let's look at the aesthetics of this thing. Let's look at the mold and the paint app. The mold in this guy it's amazing. It's an amazing sculpt. The sheer amount of detail in it, in the armor and rivets, and it's an entirely new sculpt except for the thighs. Those belong to that same Wonder Man, Cable, Warpath legs. But the sculpt is phenomenal. The head is really nice. And I mean, there's not a single error in the paint application. It's really nice. And this is what his helmet actually looks like. In the comic, it looks like he's wearing more cloth, like on the arms and stuff, but and things like stuff like that. But, I mean, just the amount of, you know, like metal wear on it and scuffs, and just it's a really deep, nice metal paint. Really great detail all over it. You know, that like charcoal brushy type thing. It's really nice, and there's just the amount of detail in the armor. I mean, look at all the pieces and the rivets. It's amazing. He wears a lot of traditional Japanese feudal stuff, and it really looks amazing. His tunic, his armor tunic, it's so nice. I really like his shins. These you know, shin guards with the. I mean, look at the rope, the lace that's around it. Oops. Sorry. And look at the waist. I mean the laces or the rope around it. I mean, it's just phenomenal detail. Look at those shoes. The paint on it is just amazing. It's just his body's a silver color, and then his armor is a kind of it's a darker, you know, gunmetal color kind of, and then it has all that nice shading and weathering in it. It's beautiful, and of course the rising star on its chest is amazing. It looks really nice. The paint on that is superb. His hands are closed like that. They're actually connected at the thumb and index finger. Both of them are like that, but I mean, that's not too big a deal for me because I'm never gonna have him without the swords in his hands. So I mean, that doesn't really. That's definitely not a deal breaker. Quality control. When you're looking for this guy, make sure all the silver on his face armor is not on his skin like this one. See that? I mean, that's horrible. I haven't seen many like that. Most of these I've seen have been really nice. But just take a look over and make sure there's no paint bleeding out. I mean, because this is a phenomenal figure, and you want it to look the best. You want it to look its best. So articulation-wise, he's got a ball hinge head, so it swivels 360, it looks up and down, and it goes forward and back on a hinge. He's got ball-jointed shoulders, so that turns 360 and bends in and out, but his shoulder pads definitely prohibit that from going up any further than that, and they're really hard, so you don't want to press too hard on him. It's got a swivel at the bicep, that swivels 360, he's got a single hinge elbow, swivel wrists, it's got a ball hinge chest, so that swivels 360, moves in and out all around. It's got a swivel waist also, which is great. Ball jointed hips, swivel thigh, double jointed knee, swivel shins, and then is that a ball hinge? Yeah, and then a ball hinge foot, so it swivels 360 and kicks out and up a little bit. So that means this guy has super articulated, very nice. Except that the shoulder armor prohibits the arms from moving much, and just the size of his arm right here, you can't really close his elbow any more than that. So I mean, and he's a pretty big figure. I mean, he is actually taller than Wonder Man. If he was on a stand, he'd be taller than him. I mean, he's huge, and then those little ear things, those make him a lot taller too. So, I mean, I am in love with this figure. It's just amazing. An amazing sculpt, amazing paint, amazing detail, great articulation. He is phenomenal. Phenomenal figure. Alright, so let's move on to Logan here. I mean Wolvie. Wolverine. Let's move on to Wolverine. He comes with no accessories, no stands. This is a G.I. Joe stand. So he doesn't come with any accessories. I was kind of hoping he would come with katana, because he does fight Silver Samurai with katana. In fact, they have a duel where they can't use any of their powers, so he can't use his claws. It's just a duel based purely on skill with your, samurai sword fighting, I guess. So I like this Wolverine. I mean, he's not one of my favorites. He does have the separated claws, and he's got a nice sculpt. I mean, actually, I do like him a lot. He's just not my absolute favorite. Alright, so let's move on to the aesthetics, the mold, and the paint application. he is a repaint. He's the same mold as the first class Wolverine that comes in the Wolverine Sabretooth pack. His body is all the same except for the forearms. Actually, no, it is all the same. I was just confused because this one's wearing gloves, right? And this one is not. And in his forearm, there's muscle detail up to where the gloves would be. So the rest of it's really flat. So it doesn't match, and that's one thing I don't like about it, is the forearms. And the hand, it has the separated claws, I mean, which is nice that they went for that, but I just don't like the way they look. They just don't look right. I actually prefer the closed claws that's on Astonishing Wolverine. I mean, it is nice, but a lot of these are going to be bent, so look out for that. So the sculpt it's got really nice detail in it, really nice, especially like the legs. I mean, I think they really nailed Wolverine's size in this one, because he's really short, but he's stocky and he's muscular. His head sculpt is really cool. I think this was the head sculpt that originally came on this Wolverine, and then they changed this one to this one. But I like it. I just don't like his teeth. His teeth look kind of weird. They kind of look like shark teeth almost. But the paint on there is nice, and his face is flawless. The paint in his suit is really cool. It's that black and blue wash that they do and usually fail at, but they really succeeded in this one. The paint on this guy's costume is superb. It's amazing. It's really nice. He just looks really good. See how that blue washes in with the black? They do that because there's a lot of time in comic books, if guys have a black suit, in order to get the muscle accents and stuff, they have to use blue or lighter color. So, and they've been trying to do that, and I think they failed on Black Suit Spidey, but they really succeeded on him. But other than that, the paint's pretty. I mean, the flesh tones. That's one thing I don't like. Is the flesh is just one paint color throughout. There's no like detailing in the muscle lines or shading or toning in there. So I wish that was different. And he does have a regular neck. He doesn't have a super long neck like some Wolverines do. So quality control on this one, pretty much the only thing you're going to have to look for is the face. Make sure those eyes are good, make sure the teeth are nice and they don't look like sharks. Make sure the eyebrows are on, and make sure he's not cross-eyed. Alright, and this guy's got a great articulation also. Got a ball-jointed head, swivels 360, looks up and down. He's got a ball hinge shoulders, swivel 360s, bends in and out. Ball hinge elbows, 360 in and out. Swivel wrists, ball hinge torso, so it swivels 360 and he bends all around like that. Ball jointed hips, in and out everywhere you can go. Swivel thigh, double jointed knee, and a ball hinge foot, so that can swivel 360 and kick out like that or forward, which is nice because you can get him in some cool poses doing that. When I first got him, the hips, the ball and the hip joints were stuck, and I had to use hemostats to get them to move and break that paint, and now they work a lot better. Yeah, one I had a really loose chest. This one's got a loose chest also. It's not as bad, so I mean, that might be an issue when you get it. I'm trying to learn how to fix it. I just don't know right now. So size-wise, he's the same size as this one because he's the same mold. His feet are his legs are different because he's wearing these boots. But I mean, see how they nailed the size. I mean, he's so much shorter than Cyclops. When the movie came out and they cast Hugh Jackman, which is amazing casting by the way, but at first I was like, what? How is that? I certainly didn't. Wolverine shouldn't be shorter than Psych, you know? It's ridiculous, but I really like it. But I digress. All right, so should you get this 2-pack? I'm gonna give you a yes, definite yes. Silver Samurai alone is worth the 15 or 20 or $22 that you pay for it. I mean, he's such a nice figure. You can probably find it in retail. I found both of mine. I found one at Target. I've seen them at Walmart even, and I've seen them at Toys R Us, and a lot of comic shops have them. I think everybody was just going so crazy for that Deadpool Taskmaster one that these kind of fell through the cracks. And it's definitely a word of mouth type figure. So I definitely recommend it. I don't get it online unless you really want it now and can't wait to find it in retail, but you should be able to find it in retail. Alright, just so you know, that Marvel has released new pictures of the next Marvel Universe figures, the next like 3 or 4 waves, I think. You can find it on their Facebook page, which I will provide a link with. And the picture is looking real nice, almost no repaints, and it looks phenomenal. And I also just wanted to say I reached 100 subscribers. I'm very happy about that. Thank you for subscribing. I've reached over 8,000 views since my first review. I think, what was it, like 2 weeks and a few days ago. So thank you for that. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that you try and get this set because it's really nice. Alright, until next time, keep collecting.